What's going on, guys? Caleb here, and I'm back with Andrea. Andrea, happy Tuesday. How are you?
Happy Thursday to you, Caleb. I'm very well. And you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. And so for today, we're doing a somewhat 30-day check-in. Andrea, for those of you guys who don't know, you might have seen the other video with him. It will be linked somewhere around this video. He joined FSC and was able to get rocking and rolling. He went really fast to closing his first deal. Now we're just about 30 days deep. We have actually just crossed the 30-day mark this weekend, and you've closed 3 deals in your first 30
Well,
days. And not only that, but you are well positioned to do some incredible things with these clients. And so for today, I kind of want to talk a little bit about that story of what that journey looked like, kind of coming into the program, the things that you use, but I think more importantly, how you're able to position yourself and turn these opportunities or turn problems into opportunities that result in you getting signed and paid. So with that, I guess I'd spin it to you. It's like, how did your 30 days go? What did that journey look like for someone who what did that journey look like for yourself from the first person?
yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty satisfied because it's like I found a great fit with the program, as I said, with all the files, the infrastructure, and also the mindset. I came from like my previous experiences also, where I already scaled as a protagonist, companies and everything. But what I got from you guys is to position yourself uh, like in a way where you become a kind of very, very, very important for the business for many, many reasons. And the more reasons that the business has have to have you in that position, the better it is. For
Hmm.
example, one of these three deals that I have, it's with a self-publishing company,
Hmm.
with a world-class self-publisher,
Hmm.
and this person is not in the international or like American market. So this person would like to make a great transition, already multi-millionaire, already great stuff, great company, found a way to sell Amazon accounts and everything. But this person doesn't have any contacts for the salespeople, doesn't have any knowledge for the sales process on the international market. All the things that I can have and I can back up. So just intermediate this with just intermediating this, I had the possibility to ask for a great revenue share, even higher than my previous
Hmm.
collaboration, where I was doing practically everything
Yeah.
incredibly. It's kind of semi-passive, plus having the opportunity to enter as a partner with even more uh, percentages and everything for the transition of this business, for example,
Hmm.
overall. And two separate deals. So I closed the
Hmm.
first and now negotiate the bigger one. But I
Hmm.
secured the first with little efforts, but great value.
Hmm.
Even if you are an intermediary, you can craft and you can create these deals, because what we do is we help businesses to scale, to make more money, and also to
Yeah.
um, to find more opportunities. We bring leverage, right?
1,000%. And what kind of mindset do you feel like you had coming into this? Because I think one thing, and we talked about it before, it's like, I think, what do you feel like you did differently, or what sort of things do you feel like, are maybe within you that allowed you to maybe see the kind of success that you did that maybe other people don't have? If someone was really trying to like replicate what you did, what would you say?
I think it's just being a real outsider, never lose the anger, and I will never lose, because this is a good thing of starting from zero, not a native speaker and all the things. So you
Hmm.
need to really have something more. You really to be very good in what you do,
Hmm.
or nobody will grant you access to anything. You need to prove. So that's
Hmm.
a thing. But my conviction and my resourcefulness to to see the opportunities where other people see problems or complexity or difficulties. So I came with a lot of anger and want to express myself with all the qualities that I have in the sales. I love sales. I
Hmm.
love like everything that is related to this role, similar based on what I do with my unique expertise on a chief revenue officer, fractionalized chief
Hmm.
revenue officer, something like that, spotting the leaks and grow the company. So I think it's just believe it and create volume, create net, do network, as you say, guys. But I
Hmm.
think I got a very useful insight that I would like to say. Not have a circle of people that are like you,
Mhm.
but people that are complementary. So
Mhm.
people that, for example, I'm very good in sales negotiations or even understanding the risks of a business. I can make more money. That's what I can do. But for
Mhm.
example, something that is very analytical or related to some particular content or something behind like some kind of advertising. Well, now I just want to network with these people. Why? Because it's important to network also with business owners and salespeople also
Mhm.
because I had everything through relationships with these three
Right.
deals, as you
Yeah.
know, right?
Mhm.
But because I'm here, because I proved that I am willing to take the risk, I'm willing to do anything that is necessary. And also someone that is complementary to me can see my um, my unique mechanism, my things, and say, oh, I have this client because maybe they already have a client. Why
Mhm.
don't you want to partner for this reason? And so that's huge. It's a huge insight, I think, this one.
Yeah, that's actually a really interesting one, which is yeah, really, know what you are really good at and speak from that and try to find people that are in those areas right next to it because they'll see that there will be a bigger contrast, right? There's no point in going to a media buyer trying to explain, better media buying strategies. If you go to the media buyer as, with kind of your expertise and kind of the organic appointment setting systems, there's a huge contrast where they're like, oh my God, that would be great. If I could just do my position and had someone like you that was right next to me to help me monetize that, the whole would be greater. And so that's a really interesting perspective. I would say too, I think one thing that you definitely had is I think like you don't have any skepticisms around your ability and your capability. I think like when it comes to the mindset piece, that's one thing that I've observed. A lot of people that I feel like run into this are really kind of on the fence. Like they think that their ability to do something great is greatly correlated to like their skill. And while you are world class at some things, I think you're really humble in keeping yourself centered in knowing that, well, you don't know it all, and that's okay. You know what you know.
Exactly.
So if you could kind of speak to that, like, did you find any uncertainty or difficulty entering these conversations or negotiations, knowing that you couldn't probably do everything for the business, but there was a small subset of things you could do?
No, no, I love this because that's exactly what I can do. Like make things extremely easy and simple and efficient. Sometimes people they add this complexity and everything, but the reality is that we want to understand where we are genius, our genius
Hmm.
zone, where we are world class, and we
Hmm.
want to bring the situation, like the businesses and everything, in that exact situation where we can implement
Hmm.
our systems, everything. So turn like an opportunity into gold for me is this understanding, for example, that in some categories or niches like info businesses and services, there are similarities, even in
Hmm.
different niches. If, for example, you understand the key for like in one acquisition channel, like Instagram for me, or even Facebook or whatever, you try to leverage first everything that you know and spot all the leaks of
Hmm.
the company from like with an external eye, and that's very useful and valuable for the companies because I talked also with many people. Oh no, we are full stack, we do everything. I disagree with this kind of agencies or with this kind of services because we make more money for the
Hmm.
companies, especially we are sales driven, data driven and sales driven,
Hmm.
but every FSC, every like high level professional has a
Hmm.
unique like system, a unique thing. And the more that you work with businesses and everything, you just acquire assets. You can't understand how happy I am and satisfied that I was able to replicate the same infrastructure that it took me 2 years
Hmm.
to understand, to create. And I thought, oh, I made so many millions for this person. And when I asked for like a interview, he didn't want to like show
Yeah.
himself because he's probably scared that I create for his competitors and everything. And that's comprehensible. But
Yeah.
just to let you understand, we also have the opportunity to acquire these assets and infrastructure and just play the game the way that we want. And another key thing that I would like to say is that we need to understand that it's just the beginning. I can see that this is a blue ocean. The companies really need this, even in obsolete B2B industries, a lot. So we have a great opportunity. Now it's the game of retaining, over-delivering, understand how much to give, when, how to talk, how to manage the perception, how to leverage your knowledge in a way that you fix everything that you know, then you place the people, and you try to keep things simple and in isolation with all the...
Yeah, you couldn't have said it better on a couple points there, right? I think one, like talking about the blue ocean, yeah, I think the first idea that you said that really sticks out that, you know, is just that, yeah, if you've worked in a company, you've worked in this industry for a while, you will have either succeeded or failed due to the strength of like the system of whatever it is that you're using. And once you've worked for enough places, I've experienced this with a number of companies I've worked with, and this is how FSC came to be, is I understand the working model of, oh, this is how much better it could be if you do things this way. And just like you experienced with your kind of understanding of the setting and the organic traffic, then when you can just like copy and paste that into someplace else and it works to the standard you would like it to the first time, you don't have to go through the pain of figuring things out. I mean, that's what FSC is with you guys doing a lot of this stuff, which is, you know, you better bet my first like, you know, year and a half of just like doing the client stuff, man, was it painful. But to take that into like okay, here's a working model that's like, you know, usable. And then someone like yourself goes out there and rip it, you know, tenfold. And then also too, you know, I'd be curious, you know, you've got another deal that we don't have to talk about in detail that is like outside of this industry. I'd be curious. I mean, that's something that I've always believed in. That's kind of been at my core with FSC, which is these marketing tactics, these lead generations, the acquisitions channels, they're not heard of or seen in like the larger conventional world of business. Talk about billion-dollar companies, $100 million companies. They have no idea about, you know, like, you know, double dial, triple dial, the setting process. I have people that do some sales coaching, or I've with people in FSC that have come to me with questions who are working for billion-dollar corporate companies. And it's so bad what they're doing. You know, these internet marketing companies, they might not be billions of dollars, but if you can figure out how to get into those industries and use some of the tactics, 2x, 3x. So I'd be curious to get your take on kind of how you see kind of the future outlook and things in that direction, even with the relationship you have now.
Yes, this is the long-term play. I think that is very intriguing, and I see an potential there. But even in general, for the setting, closing model, like every business on the planet where you have like a phone to call people in the process, you know, that you can replicate like a phone setting process, or even something that has the chat, because paradoxically, increase the number of calls and the setting in a great way is more important than closing itself. Because if you can crack the traffic, you can crack the volume, you can crack the show rate, you can even place mediocre base level closers and make so much money as I did the first like $500,000 per month with six people, six completely new sales people, because the most important thing is like the system, and also the procedures and the offer. If you have the system and the offer and the volume, and then it's a game, and then you stay in a range of metrics. And if you can guarantee like MVP metrics, you can still scale until you find huge friction, and then you optimize with better, like higher level people. But that's one thing. I think industries like heavy machinery, like farm equipment, medical equipment, telecommunication, or commodity shipment, all these things. But even other industries, super interesting and incredible, like to explore. But again, this is just the beginning, and I say this with the maturity to understand that you can get one client more, you can lose one client. I want to be in a position to be able to don't have a huge client concentration. So for clients, and then we will see also how to expand, how to do even more, because always we want to improve. but being with the competency, like who don't rely on just a couple of decision makers. Great relationships, great everything, but also that's why I'm confident because I can lose a deal. I decided myself to quit a 25, 30K a month
Hmm.
thing. I don't know how many people they will do something like that, but I did it.
Right.
Why?
Yeah.
Because I believe that I can do more. I'm a fool. I don't know. We will see.
Yeah. And you talk about it there, a lot of people ask kind of what is the ideal structure? I would say you hit the nail on the head. Like ideally kind of 3 to 4 opportunities, depending on what your
Yes.
involvement is needed. And then staying in a place where there's more demand than there is supply for you. And, once more, I think just putting a premium on, what it is that you do and letting the demand kind of be there. And yeah, being able to, if someone drops, bring somebody else in, be diversified across a couple opportunities, and things of that nature. I would ask too, if you can recall, what was the timelines between your deals? I know that your first one was more or less in your first 7 days, and then from
Yes.
first to second and second to third, what was kind of the timelines between those, and what were you doing in between the times?
Yes, it was like the first week. Then I would say the probably around the second end of second week, and
Hmm.
then like just closed the last one, but I negotiated already for 1 week.
Hmm.
So yeah, one, almost every week and a half, every 10 days, one deal.
Hmm.
That's the time frame. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say
Mhm.
yeah, I would say that just I just attracted all of these deals. And when you give an opportunity, when you give an opportunity to someone that is hungry and competent, it's a
Hmm.
dangerous combination. Like you can do something good, and then if you fail, that's fine. You
Yeah.
understand that you'll be better.
Hmm.
That's why that's where I find to believe in myself, because if you fail tomorrow, you are better.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I would say with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's Andrea, crushing it right now, 3 deals. And a last note too, well, kind of an idea on that is the deals become easier when you have deals. Now that you're in a place that you have 3 opportunities in front
Yes,
of you.
you're right. I
Yeah.
wa-
Hmm.
I wanted to say also this, because when you have abundance, like never stop to network, never stop to find deals. If you have 10 deals, because you are crazy, you don't want to sleep at night, you have 10 deals, never
Hmm.
stop. Never
Yeah.
stop finding, because this is a universal law. And also, if you have the assets, this is just an idea that I had. Why don't just sell the asset? For example, I understood that I can give my asset in 2 weeks. Let's say that in 6 weeks, I can even place the people, 10K,
Hmm.
15K. I can sell it unlimited, like to many companies, still keeping the
Yeah, your clients, right? The regular clients and the,
like
the
build
cash
and
that comes with
release.
that.
Why not? So
Yeah.
that was another thing that I thought.
Yeah, yeah, no, 1,000%. Well, I mean, yeah, very, very excited for what's to come over the horizon. Obviously, there's deals and other things in the works that we didn't discuss on this, with things that are outside of info, and so it'd be exciting to see one of those come to a close. One of our other members as well, Noah. I think you had a chance to connect with him, Noah. He's got,
He's very talented, and
yeah.
bright future, incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a large telecom deal that we're kind of working on. It takes a little bit of time, but they just gave him all the data and insights now. So once more, we're going into kind of like the phase 2 of a client diagnosis. But I
Wow.
think that once that's signed and sold, that'll prove it. Hey, you can do this stuff to large enterprise organizations. So, but yeah, I would say, you're either with it or behind it with FSC. So, get in early before everyone else is doing this stuff. And Andrea, it was an absolute pleasure having you on. Any closing notes for anybody who's watching this?
No, thank you, Taleb, for everything. And again, it's just the starting. So I'm completely immature to understand that everything can happen, but there's a blue ocean, and we are sharks. So it's
Yeah.
there for the taking, right?
Yeah, no, it is, yeah, 1,000%. Well, sweet. Well, with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. We'll talk soon. Cheers.